Fashionistas, how are you today? Welcome back to the channel. I want to thank you guys for coming back to the channel. I'm SavingsFashionista. She is I, and I am her, and you have arrived to Nista's Nation, and over here we do mainly things fragrances. And today, you guys, we are going to talk about clean girl fragrances. So we're going to start off with the Fine Fragrance Mist, and then we will do the perfumes, but the perfumes will be on another video because I do not want to make this a long video. So if you're interested in hearing that content, stay tuned. Okay, so I have 12 Fine Fragrance Mists and a bonus. So when I say clean girl fragrances, you guys, I'm talking about fragrances that falls in the aquatic category, the aldehydic category, the meringue category, which could kind of like be the same as aquatic, musky, and just the fresh, clean, airy type of fragrance profiles. So that's what I'm going to share with you today. So I pulled all the ones that are considered to be fresh girl type of fragrance, clean, fresh girl type of fragrances from my collection of Bath & Body Works Fine Fragrance Mist. So let's just get right into it. All right, so we're going to start with this one. This is probably one of the most recent ones that I have worn. So all of these fragrance mists, they will work perfect for spring and summer seasons. This is Cozy Sunday Morning, and it has fragrance notes of fresh lavender, creamy vanilla, soft sandalwood. Now, I know that sandalwood is one of those fragrances, if it's too woody, it could be sort of masculine, but almost like a fall fragrance. But this one, this fragrance with the sandalwood that they have in here, it is the perfect amount, and I think that they gave it the perfect name, Cozy Sunday Morning. So this is one of those fragrances that you can throw on and just about go anywhere, and it's one of those fragrances that's safe for cuddling. I think all of these fragrances are safe for cuddling, with maybe the exception of one that I think is just a tad bit stronger, but it's still clean and fresh. So this is Cozy Sunday Morning. The next one is Magic in the Air. This is one that I have recently worn as well. This one has fragrance notes of almond flower, sparkling Prismone, white iris, whipped vanilla bourbon, fluffy sandalwood. This is one of my favorite Bath & Body Works fragrances. And I love to wear this with that Hermes fragrance I have with like the little top hat on it. This is so good. It is so fresh. But this is a real pretty type of fragrance. Some of these fragrances, they could be like a unisex, but this one, this is a very pretty girl type of fragrance. So again, this is Magic in the Air. All right, the next one is one of my all-time favorites as well. So much a favorite till I have gone through a complete set of this, and I just got this Summer SAS. This was one of the Summer SAS releases, and yes, I've always thought that this was a remake for a repackaging for Cotton Blossom. I told you guys Cotton Blossom is one of the first Bath & Body Works fragrance I got when I was probably like in the 6th grade. So that was a long time ago, but this is so good. It's Sea Island Shore. The fragrance notes is clean cotton, orange blossom, blue freesia, and ocean musk. This is also one of the very few fragrances that I will spray on and wear to bed. But this is such a really nice clean fragrance, and I love, love, love to apply it when I'm freshly out of the shower or have taken a bath. This is a really nice fragrance, Sea Island Shore, and I think this may still be online. All right, the next fragrance is Happy Vibes. This is one of those fragrances that they just kind of like do like a pop-up release. But the fragrance notes in Happy Vibes are pink citrus, crisp pear, fresh honeysuckle, sheer vetiver, and dewy orchid. This is good. This is one of those, it's a real different type of fragrance. It's one of those fragrances that you like, this Bath & Body Works, because you know Bath & Body Works, they have like this distinct DNA. If it's sweet, it's given, you know, something very similar to something else, you know. If it's coconut, it's giving something very similar that they already have that you know. But I can say that this is a very unique fragrance for them. It is really a nice fragrance. I know last summer we went somewhere and we were around water, but this is the fragrance that I wore during that time. This is really nice. Again, this is Happy Days. I don't know if or how you're gonna get this. Like I said, this is not a signature line. This came out with one of those, you know, like flash releases, and I don't know if it'll ever come back, but you can always check Macari. All right, the next one is also one of my favorites. I'm like, you probably like, girl, all of these your favorites. Yeah, that's why I have them here. But this is Underwater Oasis, and this is an older fragrance from Bath & Body Works. I probably bought this like 3 years ago. I have gone through an entire bottle of this, but when I got them, yeah, they had all three. They had the shower gels, the creams, and the sprays. So I still have some of one of the creams left. But the fragrance notes are sparkling bergamot, jasmine, bamboo, mandarin notes, and blue musk. This is so good. Now, this is definitely one of those unisex fragrances. This is so good. I love this. This is definitely a meringue note. Very aquatic, just musky and aquatic in a bottle. That's what this is. This is really nice. This is definitely one of my top 5. All right, the next one, this is the one that I said that's a little different. It's definitely very girly, but this is one of those fragrances that you could wear it going out. You can wear any of them going out, but this is definitely, this could definitely be one of those occasional fragrances, like on a girl's night out or date night. But this is Denim and Daisies. The fragrance notes are sweet daisies, sun-washed denim with summer citrus. This is a really nice fragrance, you guys. It does have this perfumey smell to it, but it also has a very fresh, clean smell. So this is how it made the cut for this. But this is nice, very nice. Really like it. Again, Denim and Daisies. All right, the next one, I think it also came out with this Happy Vibes. This is Summertime Surf. The fragrance notes in Summertime Surf are vanilla breeze, sea salt sands with sunny coconut. This is something that I love to wear with a couple of my Jo Malone fragrances. This smells like a spa, in my opinion. It gives you that exotic spa, not like, you know, your traditional spa where you go in and you're gonna smell lemongrass or lavender, but it's like one of those upscale, you know, sexy vibe type of spas. But that's what this gives. But it is a very fresh, clean, aquatic type of fragrance. Again, this is Summertime Surf. The next one, when this was released, I think this was released in the fall, and I wore it during that time because I did a review on it, but I just didn't understand why this was a fall fragrance, because it just gave me clean girl type of, like a type of fragrance. And it could just very well be the zesty note that they have in this, but this is Lakeside Citrus. The fragrance notes are autumn air, citrus zest with sparkling water. This is one of those versatile fragrances. This is definitely one of those fragrances that you can wear through the spring, into the summer, and out of the summer into the fall. Very clean, very fresh. It has a high citrus zesty like note to it, but it's really nice. And this could also be a unisex fragrance. This is Lakeside Citrus. All right, the next one is something that I got also at last year SAS, and what did I wear this? What have I worn this with? Yes, I think I paired this with Soleil Neige and one of my Bun No. 9 fragrances. I just can't call it off the top of my head, but this is Golden Ocean Pearl. This fragrance, I'm trying to see when was this fragrance released. I want to say that this fragrance was released in the fall. I think it came out around an SAS. I can't quite remember. But it has bergamot breeze, vanilla orchid, and golden amber. This fragrance pairs really well with Soleil Neige. I know for sure because I used the lotion with Soleil Neige. And one of my Bun number 9s. But this is also a very unisex fragrance. You definitely get that bergamot. And you guys know that bergamot is like my favorite fragrance note in that type of, you know, citrusy category. My favorite. But this smells so good. It just smells clean. It's just fresh, clean, fresh out of the shower. Really nice. Again, Golden Ocean Pearl. All right, the next one is also a favorite of mine, and I'm not a big fan of grapefruit because grapefruit tends to go sour on you, but this grapefruit is sweet and it's really nice. It has fragrance notes of sparkling grapefruit, frozen rosé, and a splash of sugar. Now, if someone said that this goes sour on them, I wouldn't argue with them because depending on your body chemistry and how warm your body heats up, this could very well go in a bad direction. So I would recommend testing this out and just seeing how well it pairs with your body, because I definitely wouldn't want one of my niestas out in the attempts to smell good, but it's giving off a sour note. So you definitely want to pair this with something just a tad bit sweeter. I think that it will probably pair really good with an orange, a fragrance that has orange neroli, and some type of orange blossom in it. But I like it. This is Grapefruit Frosè, and it is very spring and summer forward. All right, this is a very popular one. I heard so much about this fragrance when I first got into the community, and they did do a remake of it, and I am so glad that I was able to get it because it is good. This is Beachfront Blanket. It has fragrance notes of fresh white linen, summer sun rays, and soft musk. Oh, this is so good. This is like a musky powder note. So imagine having a baby powder on, but it gives this very musky unisex type of note. I'm gonna tell you what it puts you in the mind of. Who remembers shower to shower powder? I don't think many people use powder. My great grandmother was a lover of powder, so we had powder in our house all the time. But she used to get this shower to shower. It came in a blue powder, you know, thing, pumper. And this is what that smell. This is what Beachfront Blanket smells like to me. Very fresh, very airy, very powdery, very musky. Beachfront Blanket. All right, here's one that I recently got at SAS, and this was Fresh Getaway. Fresh Getaway has fragrance notes of bright yuzu citrus with fresh ocean air. This is a good one too, but this is a little too citrusy to me, almost too much of a citrus. This, it really puts me in the mind of an air freshener. I'm just gonna be perfectly honest. I put it in the collection because there are people that really like that lemon type of fragrance note, that tarty lemon, not that sweet lemon. And it is a nice fragrance if you pair it with the right fragrance or perfume or other body care. Really nice, but it is a little bit more citrusy than I would desire it to be to wear it in isolation. So again, this is Fresh Getaway. And the goat of them all, the last one, my go-to when my sinuses is kicking my butt and I'm being defiant towards nature and the anatomy of my body, and I want to smell good anyway, and white tea and sage calls my name and say, come here, girl, come here. You know you're not supposed to have on Bun this, Tom this, Delina, perfumes, the Marley that. You better get with the program. But this is white tea and sage. So this is my sinus safe fragrance of all time. The fragrance notes are sparkling bergamot, white tea, and fresh sage. So this is a tea fragrance, honestly, but it still gives that clean, fresh type of fragrance. And I think a lot of people overlook this fragrance because when I first saw it, yeah, I was like, I'm not about to smell like Auntie Rosie. I don't want to smell like that, but just being in the store and I sprayed it on and sampled it, I'll never forget the day that I got this. Sampled it, I'm like, I don't know about this. I don't know about this. got to the register and I kept smelling myself, getting whiffs of it, and I ended up buying it. And this is my go-to when my sinuses are doing their own thing, and it still gives me the confidence that I'm smelling girly, pretty, and just, you know, like I want to be, just a pretty girl. So this is probably number one out of all of these. So this was definitely not just a bonus, but the highlight of the show. So this is white tea and sage. So if you like any of these fragrances that I shared with you, there are other fragrances in Bath & Body Works line that do have very fresh aquatic like fragrance notes. They're not limited to just the ones that I shared with you, but these were my top picks. At some point I did have a moisturizer and or body wash that I no longer use because it irritates my skin to no end. But if you agree with these or disagree, just leave a nice comment in the comment section below. And if you have any recommendations of some things that I did not mention here, thank you for leaving those in advance. And do not forget, you, yes you are great. Bye-bye.